G'day guys, Duckville here with you. We're going to have a look at game number 3 between our Yellow Zerg over here on the top left of Shakura's Plateau. He's did a great job in the previous game on Belshire Beach, where he was able to get a nice economy going and then switch into those Broodlords and defend a very interesting, I'd like to call it a power attack from his Protoss opponent Sickness, who went along with double Stargate and double Robo very quickly. Very interesting build to see, but Sickness just over here in the right hand side of the map, just going to get that interesting pylon wall going. He did a great job in the round of 4 against his opponents Sin and Shin, and we'll see if he is able to clean up here or if he's going to go down to Leon Zenamoon. Of course, as I said, he is also known as Zenek's pet. But yeah, this can be very interesting to play on when you're across horizontal positions like this. You can do some interesting blink style plays that come up through the back against the Zerg, and they can be unprepared for that. You can see occasionally you can see some things where a hatchery will get blocked and you can get some cannons down at the natural, but I'll be very surprised to see if Sickness goes for cannons. It's kind of one thing that he's very good at but doesn't actually use too often. But here we go, he's going to get started with a gateway just at the ramp here, going for a one base play. Very interesting to see. It's one thing to, it's just got to make sure that you're prepared. Of course, there can be a lot of cheese on the Korean ladder. We are, just in case you're wondering, in a tournament called the IPSL, which is a little Korean tournament that went down just recently. I don't actually have too much information on it. I'll try and have another look for any more information before I post these videos and put anything on for you. But yeah, I couldn't actually find too much. But here we go. It looks as if he's actually going to get some shenaniganry going. He's got a pylon just on the side here. He will we'll see if that gets scouted out. I'd be very surprised to see if Pet doesn't scout that out. It's a very it's not exactly in the most hidden location. Of course, an Overlord that heads that way could spot it if it heads anywhere near here, but the pylon is up. The cybernetics core is also on the way. Double gas also coming through from Sickness. This is looking very standard for him. This is and what Pet can see is generally very standard. Of course, it's not always that you see a Protoss 1 base on this map, but it can be something that happens from time to time. So he's probably thinking this is just going to be a very standard sort of game here. The probe still wandering around is looking very innocent and sweet. He's just going to try and head around and see if he can find any more information here. The hatchery going up. I'll be interested to see if this gets cancelled or not, but the timing will be interesting as to whether Sickness gets that pylon and keeps it alive and then gets inside the main base of Pet. But Pet still has not spotted this yet. He's very focused on getting the economy up and running here. He's got a second queen coming down as well, so we'll be able to send this gal down to the natural expansion in just a second when that hatchery gets up there, and he'll look very nice from there. Now, Pet looks as if he should be able to pick off this probe, although the probe now is going to walk through that zealot and should be able to be safe. Yeah, it is. So pretty good from him, and everything looking very standard for the moment. Now, this sentry is going to come out. He's going to need to make sure, where is that Overlord? Here it is. He's going to need to make sure that he denies any scouting here, because he's now, yep, he is. I thought he was going to. He's going to put up a couple more gates here and get a 4 gate going. No, even a 5th gate going. So he's really going to go hard at this attack here with 5 gates in total. He does have the double gas, which means there's a lot of gas available for him to warp in some sentries and stalkers, of course. And if he does get them inside, this will be very crazy for Zenek's Pet if he does defend it. And here we go. We've got these Lings just hanging out the front. They're just chilling. They don't know what's going on. They don't know that they're about to be torn apart from the inside the main. But more pylons going down, just making sure that Sickness is well aware of where everything is, and also that any Overlords get picked off before they get in range to scout what's about to happen. The Warp Gate tech is just about to complete. Things are going to get crazy very shortly here for Zenek's Pet. The Lings just out the front being forced back by these by the Zealot and the Sentry, but of course that means that to him that actually just means that he's going to be expanding, that Sickness is going to be expanding, and here comes that probe, perhaps going to look a little mischievous and head down here and put a pylon down or something like that, just to again pretend that he's going to expand. No, he doesn't. What he's going to do is get a bunch of sentries up inside the main. These guys are going to just pick up a lot of energy, and here we go. He does put the pylon down to make it look like he is expanding. This means that Pet is going to be able to just drone up and pulling out a few more drones. A Spire also on the way, almost sealing its fate, putting a lot of investment into that Spire, and a couple of Spine Crawlers going going down at the front as well. And here we go. Stalker's warping in. He's going to send a sentry down to block the ramp, and there it goes, blocking that off. And here come the rest of the units now inside the fire gate, and a GG straight away from Xenix Pet. There's no way he's going to be able to fend this off with that many sentries inside the main. The main is going to be walled off forever with those force fields, and everything inside is going to die. So good, great job by Sickness, just hiding that pylon from the start of the game, and unfortunately for Xenix Pet, just not scouting that out during the whole time. So he's had to suffer, unfortunately, for not picking up what was going on, and we see that Sickness is now up 2-1. This is a best of 5, so if we will go into the next game and see if Sickness can take his third win and secure the victory in the IPSL, or if Leon Xenamoon, aka Xenix Pet, is going to be able to come back and take another game.